Hi, my name is Jeff Pfeiffer. I'm an attorney at the Lopez Law Group. I specialize in mostly personal injury cases. I'm trying to put this podcast out there so that I can hopefully answer some questions that people have before they actually come into the law firm. And one of those common questions that I get is, how much money do I have to pay for a St. Petersburg car accident attorney? The answer to that question, which most people enjoy hearing, is that it doesn't cost you any money up front to hire somebody in St. Petersburg to handle your personal injury case. A lot of St. Petersburg personal injury attorneys, they work on what's called a contingency basis, which means that you don't pay any money up front to anybody who takes your case in St. Petersburg. We just simply get a percentage of that settlement after the case is settled. So if your case settles for $10,000, typically in pre-suit, the attorney would get 1/3 of that. Which would be $3,333.33. There's no money that's required by you up front to retain the St. Petersburg attorney. There's no money out of your pocket. You're not going to get a monthly bill. The only thing that will happen is once the case settles and once the law firm receives a check, it will go into our trust account. And then at the end of that case, once you receive your money and your doctors get their bills taken care of, we do take our portion out of that, which again is typically 1/3. Those amounts do change if you end up filing a lawsuit in St. Petersburg. If you have to file a complaint with the courthouse, the number does typically change from 1/3 up to 40%. But again, that's not something that you pay for up front. You're never going to get a monthly bill from any attorney in St. Petersburg. At the Lopez Law Group, you don't get a bill from us every month. We may let you know if at some point there are costs that we have to pay for on your behalf. Costs are separate than fees. So one of the things that they don't explain to you when you sign up typically for a personal injury case, or at least they don't do a great job of explaining, is there are differences between fees and costs. They're not the same thing. An attorney fee is just the portion of the settlement that comes to the attorney for taking the case and settling it for you. Costs are what the attorney's office or the law firm, what they incur along the way on your behalf. So things like certified mailings, things like records requests. A lot of doctors' offices will charge us for those items. The law firm pays that up front with a credit card, and then at the end of the case, we keep track of how much we've had to pay on your behalf. That we recoup that amount out of the settlement. Again, that's cost. That's separate from the fees, but nothing comes out of your pocket along the way. We're not going to ask you to cover those costs along the way. We will simply keep track of what we pay, and then out of the settlement, you will see how much we've had to incur in costs, and we will deduct that from the settlement in addition to our fee. To kind of boil it down to its basic answer, if you're worried about being able to afford an attorney, it's not the same as other areas of law here in St. Petersburg. A lot of St. Petersburg attorneys, they're going to charge you up front if, for instance, a landlord-tenant case or a contract dispute, those kind of cases, transactional disputes. A lot of criminal attorneys, they usually will require some sort of upfront payment, which is known as an initial retainer. But personal injury world here in St. Petersburg, it's a little bit different. We want to make sure that everybody has access to the legal system, especially if they've been injured, and people that may not be able to afford an attorney. The way that the law is written in Florida, it's such that those people don't have to pay to afford an attorney up front. So when you come in and you sit down with us and you talk about your case, we're not going to be asking you for any money at that point. You don't have to cut a check to us. You won't have to send the law firm any money. We simply will take a portion of the settlement ultimately at the end of the case if it settles. And then the best part about it is, if there is no settlement and we're not able to get anything on your behalf, then ultimately you don't owe us anything. We're not going to be coming to you after the case is over and asking you to reimburse us for anything. If there's no settlement and there's no recovery, then there are no fees for our office. So you're not going to have to pay anything up front. You don't need to bring your checkbook with you. But if you are injured here in St. Petersburg and you're looking for a St. Petersburg attorney, somebody that can step in and help you with the auto accident case or the slip and fall that you've been involved in, you can give us a call. Our phone number is 727-933-0015. Thank you.